Hey everybody, Mike from the Focus Garage here, and today we're going to be installing a headlight bulb in a 2016 Hyundai Elantra. The process on this is going to be the same from any 2011 to 2016 Hyundai Elantra, so if you've got one of those, this process will be exactly the same for you. Let's jump right in here. We're going to try and make this a pretty quick video. All you'll pretty much need is a Phillips screwdriver and a 12mm socket to go ahead and remove what you've got to take off on this car. So, if you follow me in here, one thing that you are going to have to do is remove the screws that hold this panel to the car. I've already taken most of them off, but I want to show you how they do come off. So these basically unscrew, so it's just a Phillips screw inside of a plastic retainer clip. So you take the Phillips screw out, and you're left with that open hole there. With that, you can pretty much pop up from behind, and you've got the clip that comes right out here. So very, very easy. You'll find, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these on the front of the car here. And this piece just goes right on top of the grill. You're not removing it from the bumper, but while you're doing this is so you can pry up on the piece, because what's going to happen is the headlight's going to get snugged up behind there, and if you don't have those clips out, this is going to get in your way. So take those few plastic clips out that hold this piece to the bumper, and it'll give you access. The headlight itself is really easy to remove once you know how it's being held onto the car. There's only 3 fasteners, so you've got 2 Phillips head screws right here, and then a 12mm bolt right there. So I'm gonna go ahead, and you just go ahead and turn them counterclockwise, and these will come out.
Okay.
And up here, we've got just a 12mm bolt, so nothing crazy about it there. Just go ahead and unscrew it. Got it. So, now that we've got that removed, one thing you want to do before you take the headlight off of the car is you've got an electrical plug here, and it's right on top. Very easy to access. All you do is pinch down on this tab while pulling the plug backwards, and the plug comes right off. So that's super simple. Now, you've got these bolts removed. The headlight actually sits in 2 fastener clips, and it's scary to remove it first because you have to pull the headlight forwards. A lot of times people are going to want to lift up on it, and it's not going to want to come out. So I'm going to try this live on video for you here. You're going to want to pull this forwards. Boom. Alright, so now the headlight is free of those clips. Next process that you're going to want to do to remove it is, it just takes a little bit of wiggling. What I've learned best is kind of like pull this down-ish while pulling this out. And it just takes a little bit of finagling and cursing. Bear with me here. You good? Alright, so yeah, pretty much what you want to do is you want to clear the front end of the headlight from the bumper. So you want to kind of push the top of the headlight down while lifting up. So push that in, pull this piece out, and then you can pretty much remove the whole headlight from the car. So, got the whole headlight out here. This car is really easy to do the bulbs on. So you've got a couple different spots to go for different bulbs here. Nice thing about this car is once you've got this off the car, you can go ahead and change all of the bulbs. So you've got your high beam, your low beam, blinkers, running lights, everything like that. Very, very easily accessible. The headlight low beam that we're going to be replacing here is this big cap that's got a close and open sign on it. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Just go ahead and turn this to the left there, and it'll pop off. We are replacing faulty LED bulbs that we put in here about 1.5 years ago. So if you're doing this for the first time in your car, you will see just a regular halogen bulb in there. We've got some LEDs that we're replacing just because, you know, Amazon, eBay quality, they ended up not working out for us in the long run here. So bulb is the exact same way. You're going to have tabs in here that line it up. Turn it to the right, tightens it. It's got nowhere to go because it's already in there. So I'm going to turn it to the left, and it pulls right out. And now what I'm going to do, and I may stop the camera for this, you've got an electrical plug here, just 2 pieces on it, so I'm going to go ahead and unclip this, and then we'll switch the bulb out. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put the headlight back in the car. What I do recommend, so here's our new bulb. This car uses an H11 bulb. If you want to be fancy and put LEDs or HIDs in here, you can go ahead and do so. Just know that you've got to fit whatever you're putting in here behind that plastic cap. So if it doesn't clear in between this cap, it's not going to work on the car. So it's kind of the issue we were dealing with here. We wanted to put another LED bulb in here, and because of the heat sink on the back of it, it didn't clear. So we're just go ahead and resorting back to nice little halogen bulbs here. We've got a nice H11 Osram bulb, so this should last pretty much the life of the car. So you want to plug it in the electrical connection first, just because of the fact that once this is in the headlight housing, you're gonna have a very hard time. There we go. All right, so you can see here, there's 3 tabs. You just wanna line these up with the tabs on your bulb. So you pretty much do this by feel. Just put it in there until it feels like it clicks into place. Excuse me. And we're just gonna, oh, come on. Give me 1 sec here. All right, my bad. So I couldn't get the tabs to line up. The thickest tab is right on top there. Pop that in, turn to the right, and boom, it's tightened down. That's pretty much it. You're gonna grab this piece here, line that up. That was nice and easy. And you'll turn that to the right to tighten it. The really nice thing about this style of headlight is everything is nice and watertight. These type of housings really have no tendency to leak because all of these caps have big rubber O-rings on them. So as long as these are on there, shouldn't have any issue with water ingress coming into the headlight. Now, I'm gonna try to do this live for you guys on film here just to show you how easy it is or how hard it is. So I've got the whole headlight housing out of the car here, which on these economy cars, it's really funny to see what the car looks like with no headlight. You can see, I mean, a large chunk of the front end is gone, like a quarter of the fender here, a lot of the front bumper. The car just looks silly without a headlight. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try and secure this first section in. So I'm gonna wanna kind of make sure you're not scratching it up on the bumper anywhere or on the fender. If you wanna be super careful, you can put down like electrical tape while you're doing this. Now pull this forwards here. Maybe I did it the other way. Was it like this? Yeah, there we go. All right, so slide that down, and you're gonna want to pull this back. You know what? We're gonna have to put this on pause. All right, so once you get everything back into place, which again, it's just gonna take wiggling. What I found ended up working best is you wanna situate the top section in first. So you've got the big curve of the body there, and then this part up here. Once you get that into place, the only thing that'll be left out in front of the car will be this curvature of the headlight there. So you just, again, remember how you pulled these tabs out, pull back the bumper, and you'll be able to situate the rest of the headlight behind there. Once you've got it all in, you're gonna notice that the holes don't quite line up. And don't worry, this is the most fun and scary part about the install. There's 2 locating tabs, and as you remember, I pulled the headlight forward, you had the loud clunk. You've got to go ahead now and push this back into place. Certain circumstances, you may even move the car a little bit. Again, we're gonna try this live here, and if I don't, I'm gonna put you guys on pause, but let's see. Boom. All right, so clip pretty much right about there in the headlight, on the bottom of it, and then you get another one right about here on the bottom of it. Once you pop those into place, you'll see your 3 locating screws, boom, boom, and boom, all line up to which spot where you can go ahead and put them in. One thing you wanna do is make sure you grab your electrical connection and plug it back in. You'll hear it click, so that's when you know it's in place. It's not gonna go anywhere. Installation is pretty much the reversal of removal. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go and put the 3 headlight bolts in, and then the rest of the bolts that secure this front trim piece to the radiator crash support. I'll be right back. And we're back. So I just wanna show you guys what I did here. I explained it all, but I just wanna show you. So, you know, once again, you've got this bolt up here, the 2 bolts here, and then everything along this front trim piece here is all back and installed. Now we did do the driver's side headlight as well in between there, and nothing is different. You're gonna have the same 2 Phillips head screws there and 12mm bolt up here. Unplug the headlight, and same thing. You wanna wiggle it out first, so you wanna pop it out of those clips, and then wiggle the headlight out of the car, and the bulb is exactly the same way. I read online that some people said, you know, for the passenger side, you can actually get away with doing the headlight while it's still in the car, which is fine, but for video's sake, I wanted to show you guys what it looks like out of the car. So there's a lot of space here on the passenger side. The driver's side, there's no way in hell you're getting away with that, so you have to remove it from the car. This is something you can do in your garage in probably 20 minutes if you've never done it before. And then, you know, for me, I've done this a couple times, doing the LED headlights and then now doing these. You can probably knock it out in about 10 minutes. It's pretty easy. You don't have to lift the car, you don't have to take the bumper off, nothing like that. It's just to pretty much take these few bolts off on the front of the car, pray for your life you don't break those plastic clips when you're whirling them out, throw in the new bulbs, and you're good to go. We're going to go ahead and test the lights here in a few minutes just to make sure everything does work before you shut the hood and be done with your installation. But that pretty much wraps it up for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We do want to save you a little bit of money by doing it at home by yourself here, rather than going to the dealer and paying a few hours of labor for it. don't do that. You know, ask us if you've got any questions in the comments down below or on our Instagram or Facebook page. This is Mike from the Focus Garage, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.